Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the beginning of the stream. You're here right on time. Hope you had a fantastic Sunday and welcome to the new week. We're back. And we got plenty to do, so we're getting started nice and early today compared to the last couple streams. Probably last more than a couple streams. How are you, everybody? How has the world of video games been treating you? Thanks for clicking on the stream, responding to a notification somewhere. What's up, beginning of stream sub? Thanks, Lingonberry Punch. Let's go, Vultures! Oh, you're doing like a let's go, Vultures, let's go Vultures, like that. Is that what you're doing? I thought you were doing like let's go. We don't really. We still do that. We're doing the wave in chat right now. Everybody, do the wave. What's up? Also, Not a Giant. Thank you for the 60 months. Here for 5 years. Happy 5-year anniversary, dude. Yo, thanks so much for sticking around so long and dropping another sub today. Welcome aboard, Kiera B. Hello, howdy, welcome back. Thanks for 41 months. People arriving in chat. Thanks for that start of stream sub. And Sinless Moon, I will try my best to take you out to the ball game today, all of you. Because we have, this is the third stream of the baseball simulator. We have not played one actual baseball game. I haven't even simulated one. That's all gonna change today. It might take a little bit. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty on brand for me. I feel like that's pretty on brand. Ripley says, you inspired me to learn this game. First 5 seasons of my expansion team were all 100+ losses. Hope the Vultures do better. The first 5 seasons? Oh man, we'll see. I'm gonna pull off a miracle. I hope you had fun anyway. Talks, I will donate 500 euros to a charity of your choice if you get the guys to stream before 3 p.m. In 40 minutes? No. Unfortunately, the children who would have been saved by your charity donation are just gonna have to suffer because I will not be able to get into a game in the next 40 minutes. Oops. Ain't no way. We got people to draft still. However, I've pretty much narrowed it down to like a small group of people that we just have to choose the final draft picks from that group. I did some big organization yesterday off stream last night. Got some things kind of tidied up. I actually had fun watching numbers and draft, but an actual game would be a nice change of pace. It's all numbers, Cutie Wasp. Always has been. It's a home run! Because I'm running home to watch the stream. What's up, Knight? How's it going, gamers? Ding, 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 ding. Well, hello, we're ready for the end of the draft one day. One day there'll be a real game passing time. It should be today, though. Should be. What's up, Keith Love, Feng Shui, Star Mage, Try Way Too Hard, welcome back. Find Chuck up, Asa Cat. How's it going, everybody? We brought free peanuts and Cracker Jacks for everybody in chat. Feng Shui's here, Fargman. What's up, Waldemart, Piplup, Icer Joker, Schmauzau. Hey guys, glad to have each and every one of you. And thanks also for beginning of stream subs. I have to admit, I have gotten a little bit obsessed over the baseball game, which I knew I was gonna like it. I just couldn't get over that first hurdle of like turning the game on and turning the stream on of the game so that I could enjoy something new. So I may have finished the stream on like Saturday and just been sort of obsessively thinking about my made-up fantasy team that doesn't exist. And trying to like put the pieces together. So we're gonna try finish putting the pieces together. Here, I'm gonna show you guys kind of what we have so far. So where we're at in the simulation is we have been drafting a team, the Las Vegas Vultures, from scratch. A team that doesn't exist in real life. Made it up, used the game to simulate what would actually happen if new teams were just inserted into Major League Baseball, which is an expansion draft where we've been drafting players off of other existing teams in order to make our own team, alongside of another fake team that we had to make up in order to balance the league, because you can't add an odd number of teams. That would not make sense. So, us, the Las Vegas Vultures, and the made-up Mexico City Luchadors have been drafting out of existing players from existing teams. This is exactly what would happen in real life if expansion teams were put in, make the league even larger, include some new cities, and they got to protect 25 of their, whoever they think their best players are. And it's like picks and bans. They banned those 25 players on their team and said, you can't draft these guys. You can draft anybody else, though. So everyone else is fair game, which would be crazy. Because unless the game doesn't default to the realistic settings, I'm assuming it defaults to the real settings, you can draft multiple people from the same team. So if you knew you were going to be put in a division, you could intentionally try and draft picks away from your division rivals in order to weaken their organization. I don't know. Is there no limit in real life on how many you can draft from one team? Because I think in our case, I think we happen to have 4 Astros, for example, and we're in the AL West. So we're actively weakening the Astros organization in our timeline. I kind of want to go through and see like who we have from each team. Like which teams did we happen to get the most players from? My guess is probably like it makes sense that we would get the most from the Astros and the Braves, because in the simulation, those are the 2 teams that went to the World Series in the previous year. Ergo, you could argue that they have the most depth on their roster and have the most extra people that they can't protect. We're creating an early rivalry. Yeah, basically. Can we run a gamble on whether or not we see a game today? You will see a game today. Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna see a game today. That's why I'm starting at like 2:30 or earlier. Okay, to make sure we have enough time for everything. Yeah, we did also. We cleaned out the Lehigh Valley Iron Pig AAA team. Whose AAA team is that? The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs belong to Philadelphia Phillies. So we've got a lot of Phillies. Yeah, I think we have a lot of Phillies in our organization as well. But yeah, I'll give you guys a rundown, the tour on kind of what we got so far. We have a full active roster, which means we have 26 players drafted. So look at that progress, okay? Day 1 of learning how to play out of the park baseball from scratch. 0 knowledge other than having watched, I watched an hour tutorial before starting the stream. We had to do all the settings, all the configuration, figure out how to start the game, figure out how to get to the expansion team, figure out how to create it, make the ballpark, try and design some uniforms, come up with a name, like all that stuff. We managed to draft 1 person on that first day, and then we drafted 25 people on the second stream. All right, that is an exponential curve. That means that we should be able to draft 25 times 25 people today to our team. Mathematically. Think about it. Do you have any Giants? I don't know. I was thinking about going and looking at our roster and just trying to like keep track of. I'm gonna see how many people we grab from each organization, just to see what our team is actually constituted of. By the end of tomorrow's stream, we'll have drafted every player in baseball. So, I have a question about how this works. After like our draft is done, do our minor league teams draft off the other minor league teams? Like how do our minor league teams populate? Like, is there just going to be a vacuum of players in baseball because each organization is losing a bunch of people? Yeah, I'm not worried about doing it manually. I'm talking about more from like, where do the people come from to kind of... I feel like eventually if you go all the way down the list, won't you not have enough people in order to like play? That's what I want to know. Like if you take 26 people here, 26 people there, 26 people below that, and 26 people below that, then how do they have enough people to continue playing? Depends on your settings. Sometimes the game adds fake people. Okay, I think you're missing my point, but that's all right. That's all right. My expectation is they would need to draft... If this were a real expansion team, I'm not talking about the video game, I'm talking about like a real expansion team, do they just have to hire new people from like amateur leagues and stuff in order to fill in the gaps? Because like it's possible if every single level of your organization drafts 40 people, 26 to 40 people, then what if one of the two teams, like a couple teams get disproportionately drafted from and they lose a bunch of people? And some people may not have lost anybody. You know, so it'd be like lopsided. What's up, War of the Worlds? Thank you for gifting a sub to Mountain Troll. What's up, Mountain Troll? And also thank you for the gift sub, War of the Worlds. How's it going? What's up, Bucky? Welcome to the stream. Anyway, I was just curious. All right, let's hop in. Let us hop in here and pick up where we left off. People arrive. What's up, Burn Heat? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. During the last expansions, the teams actually participated in the amateur draft for the 2 previous seasons. Interesting. Like before they even started playing officially. Tax, do you collect baseball cards? No, I don't collect baseball cards. I think that's too dangerous for me. I would like collecting cards because I definitely have a collector personality, but I don't know that I would have, if I got started, I don't know if I would have like the self-control just know where my limits are, so I kind of just don't do it at all. I feel like I would go off the deep end. I would justify it too much, buy too many boxes of cards looking for fancy stuff. What soundtrack is this? Rivals of Either. The Rivals of Either. Welcome back to our organization, everybody. I can't believe we didn't win a single game or lose a single game last season. Because our team didn't exist. We're in last place. So let me show you what I did. Let me show you what I've done. I did a few things. Number one, let's take a look at the team. I created some graphical depth charts for the team, and what that, it's basically a fancy way of saying we have a visual representation of our team and our positions and who's doing what. So I went ahead and just kind of plugged all these names in myself so that we could, and I kind of organized it, and I reorganized it, so I've changed some people. Like, we drafted a couple people expecting them to be in one place. Like, we drafted Jeremiah Jackson expecting that he was going to be our shortstop, but after taking a look at everybody that we had picked up so far in our active roster, I decided to kind of move him over to third base. I don't know why I'm starting with third base. I probably shouldn't start with third base, but I'm already here. So it just made sense. He's got decent potential at third base. He can learn the position a little bit better than he currently knows it. He doesn't have the best range. 80 is the maximum. 80 is the best of the best. 20 is the worst of the worst. That's just how they do it. They don't believe in 0 to 100. They believe in 20 to 80. So 65 is quite good, right? The bar is almost full. So he doesn't make any errors. He at least plays the position well. Doesn't have the strongest arm. That's what worries me at third. You have to throw pretty hard to get it across from third base to first base, but he can turn to double play. He's got high loyalty, low financial ambition. He's not super adaptable, so I'm not sure really what that even means for the purposes of the game. But what we like about him, and the reason why we drafted him in the first place, is because he's got pretty good power. He's going to be a good hitter, hopefully. He's untested, so he doesn't have any professional experience in the MLB. He's only played up to AAA, which you've got like low A, high A, double A, triple A, and then the MLB in that ascending order. Is how you get up to the majors. But when he was there, he hit 29 homers, which is good. 368 on base percentage, so he gets on base. His OPS is pretty high, so he's a productive member of the team, and he's 2.9 WAR, which means 2.9, almost 3 wins above replacement, which means he single-handedly won 3 games for his team. That's basically what that means. So he seems like he's got a lot of potential there. When is potential the same as overall, does that mean he can't improve? It basically means that your scout thinks that he's hit his ceiling. If you don't really see any potential over here, then your scout thinks he's peaked. But yeah, players, as Upsetting Short says, players can randomly improve or decline. This is just the scout's opinion on their potential. It's not an absolute number. This is potentially unreliable narrator. So you're allowed to check their ratings with the Scout Association ratings. So it's kind of like your scout versus the generic Scout Association, so you can kind of cross-reference. Like, my scout thinks he has way more power to hit the gaps than the association. But anyway, we decided to move Jeremiah Jackson over to third base because I think he's going to be able to handle this. We picked him originally for shortstop, but 50 short is pretty replaceable with other people. We have other people with the same skill. And we picked up Jacob Amaya. Jacob Amaya was a pretty great prospect for second base. So you might be thinking, well, why didn't you just put him at second base? Because it seems like second base is just a bit easier than shortstop and third base to find someone to play. But he's got fantastic range. Jacob Amaya is not going to let a single ball get through at his shortstop position here, holding it down between third base and second base here. He makes a few more errors than the other dude, and he doesn't have the strongest arm. We can't find anybody that has a great arm. But he has high adaptability and high work ethic. And on top of that, when he played last year in AAA, the man was hitting 291, which is real high. Almost a 400 on base percentage. 3.8 WAR, so he's responsible for his team winning 4 games, basically. without any assistance. Like, if he wasn't there, his team would have lost 4 games. So he's a difference maker. And he's got some good personality. He's got good speed when he does get on base, and he's got some nice batting stats. He doesn't strike out very much. He's got a good eye for the ball, and he makes good contact. And he hits some homers too, 14 home runs. Younger players usually have more chance to improve in the simulation, and older players can decline. Yeah, correct. What's up, Zarby? How's it going? For adaptability, a player with high adaptability adjusts better to a new team. Players with low need some time before they perform their best. Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. So yeah, we decided to put Jacob Amaya at second, Jeremiah Jackson at third. The reason why we originally picked Amaya for second base, but then we ended up picking up Nick Madrigal, who we paid $3.3 million. So he's actually one of the more expensive players that we picked up. We've actually been doing quite good as far as how much money we have left to play with. We've been on the cheap. How do I see if I go to the front office and check salaries? You can kind of see a list of who we've been spending money on. So these are the dudes that we've picked up so far. So we got Victor Caratini is our most expensive player at $6 mil. I paid a little bit extra. Nick's 3.3, so he's second. Brock Stewart, we got a relief pitcher at 2.7 mil. Garrett Clevenger is going to be our closer, 2.5 mil. Mauricio Dubon is just a solid utility player, 2.3. We got Inoa at 2.2. Chat really liked him for starting pitching. Another relief pitcher at 2 mil. So you'll notice that we've actually got more, we're paying more pitchers. And then down below this, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players at 1 mil or higher. Spirit, don't correct every single person whose name that I don't know. I don't care that much. Okay. If they don't know how to say italics, then I don't have to know how to say their names. All right. Are you going to become an Athletics fan? Sure, yeah. If they move here, like, here's the thing. I don't want them to move here for the sake of the A's fans. You know what I mean? But if they do end up here, there's no use crying over spilled milk. And I will definitely go to some games and be an Athletics fan. The other nice thing about the A's coming here is I'll get to watch the Athletics and the Astros at the same time, because they'll play a lot. But yeah, I don't root for it to happen because I empathize with the Oakland fans who have already lost the Raiders to Vegas, and Vegas is just coming in and shaking them for their lunch money right now. But I don't think that it's really Vegas's fault for at least the Athletics. It's like the owner's fault from what I can tell. What are the expectations for the Vultures this season? I think chat would say we lose 100 games. But I believe in my guys, okay? I believe in the boys. We're gonna put a scrappy team together. I believe in my picks. Yeah, we still have free agency signings, so I've conserved most of my money. The most I was willing to spend was 6 mil. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted a solid catcher who could make some decent calls, because the catcher is responsible for pitch calls along with the pitcher to decide what to throw. And I wanted somebody who had some experience and also obviously someone who could hit pretty well. And Caratini is hitting really well at the MLB level. In 2024, he's hitting 288 with a 375 on base percentage. He's not slugging for a ton, but he's getting hits, and I wanted someone who was good at framing. I want to try and make our pitchers, who are a lot of them are going to be you know, rookies in the MLB for the first time ever. I want to give them the best chance at making their pitches look good simultaneously. So I decided to go ahead and pay up since he's got actual proper MLB experience, and seems like he's done better year over year. Like, he's getting better. I know he's 31. Catchers don't need to be super young. They don't normally need to hit very well either. Like, hitting 288 with a 375 on base percentage is an elite top 10 catcher in this, I would bet. Where can I see, like, stats? Let's see. Let's see. Fielding leaders. I don't know how do I find sortable stats out of curiosity? Let's look at catchers. Guess what else I did, chat? I made some new views for us. I created some custom overlays so that it changes the information present on these tabs. I made like 3 of them for drafting and 2 of them for like game day. So game day will just have your solid stats. So I can sort all catchers, right? And I can be like, who is the top framer in the league? Drew Romo and Jose Trevino. Those are the 2. See, they got, the Astros got too many catchers. They picked this up from the Yankees and they picked somebody else up from the Rangers, I think. But anyway, like, dude's hitting 260, on base percentage 289. I need another view that kind of shows their actual stats. Like, I could sort by batting stats. They've kind of already got me covered there. So highest on base percentage in the league. No way. No way, dude. Okay, hold on. That's 12 ABs. All right, that's only 12 at bats. Martin Maldonado was the Astros catcher that the entire fan base tried to get rid of because he was actually the worst catcher in the league. So sorting and seeing him as the #1 catcher in the league and on base percentage was a bit of a shock to me, considering he was actually the worst in real life. Yeah, he doesn't play anymore. He's retired. But he must have played 4 games in 2024. I don't, or like they played, yeah, started 4 games. All right, so that doesn't count. How do you do, only, how do you, what's the word for it? Qualifying? Where you have a larger sample size? And it blocks people who only had like 4 plate appearances. Top left above your... Oh, there it is. Thank you. So yeah, they have to have played 3.1 plate appearances per team game. That basically stops you from looking at... Where's the rest of them? Okay, so... I guess because people have multiple catchers, these guys are, there's only this many catchers who play. Why is there a left fielder? He can technically play catcher? Anyway, my point is that if you look at this, the catcher that we picked up would be like #1 on base percentage in the league out of like qualifying catchers. But where the, like, there's no way there's only that many that qualify. Victor Caratini is literally #4 right here, even if you don't qualify anybody. That's who we picked up. So we've got... Martin Maldonado doesn't count. Drake Baldwin played... He got 56... He had 56 at-bats in the MLB. He was doing great. Make no... Like, he's 23 years old. He might be the next big thing, right? Javier Valdez... had only 23 appearances. That's too small of a sample size. So Caratini might be the like #1, #2 on base percentage catcher in the league. So I paid $6 mil for him. I already got him. I locked him in. We paid up. All All right, where is... There we go. Depth chart. We were looking at... I made the depth chart. I put everybody in their spot. So yeah, Victor Caratini is going to be our starting catcher because of the reasons that I just showed you. And then we also picked up Jason DeLay. He's going to be our first backup catcher. He's got high loyalty, high intelligence, low financial ambition. He's great at framing, good fielder, and not the best with the bats, but he's got the defense. That's why he's the backup catcher. So he did get some MLB experience, but not much, only 16 at bats. He has potential though, like his AAA numbers. He doesn't get hits, but he gets on base. 321 on base percentage is better than a 195 average. So he's got some room to grow. He did do pretty well in 2023 in the MLB, so he's definitely got the potential. He's got better numbers there. And then we have a 3-catcher rotation actually. Chat liked Brian Navarreto, so we picked up Navarreto. He's 29. He's got a gun on his arm. He can throw fast. And also his AAA numbers are really good when it comes to hitting, but he's untested in the MLB. So he's kind of like gonna get some play time with us, and we'll see if he's better if he can carry that over into the actual major league. How's the team doing? We're taking a look at we've got a full active team. How much are tickets? Right now they're $26. You can actually change the ticket price. I don't know if that's expensive or cheap in the game. I might lower the ticket price initially, try to get people in the door. Got the lemonade stand ticket prices. So yeah, we've taken a look at catcher. We got third base, shortstop, second base. We were looking at Nick. We picked him up for 3.3 mil. I got distracted. He's a team captain. He's got a captain personality. Is good leadership, good work ethic, and very intelligent. That's a nice combo. He's 27 years old. He never strikes out. Makes good contact. He's good at second base. He doesn't have the most range, but he doesn't make too many errors. He can turn the double play. I like having the kind of team captain personality. He's also got some MLB experience. Lots of plate appearances last year, and he was slashing 273 with not the best OPS, but he gets some hits. He gets some decent hits. Left field only having a depth of 1. Yeah, we're gonna draft another outfielder or 2 today because I couldn't find too many people to overlap left field. We'll get there. But yeah, I think Nick has potential as like kind of team captain material. He's fast when he does get on base, so makes contact. He gets steals, 11 stolen bases. We need a $1 hot dog. We do need a $1 hot dog. And at first base, I'm starting Weston Wilson. There's a lot of potential first base players because it's like the easiest base, and you're supposed to just be a good hitter, basically, if you play first. And Weston Wilson, at 30 years old, picked up 43 home runs in AAA last year. So we're sort of hoping that he can find similar success at the major league level, because he is hitting extremely well. He makes road trips fun. That's his personality. I think we have some good personalities in the clubhouse. Yeah, on base percentage is high, OPS is high. He hits good, and he plays his position well. He's not really good at double plays. Hopefully first base doesn't have to make too many double plays. That'd be a little unusual. He makes road trips fun. Our outfield from the right is, I decided to put Lorenzo Cedrola in the right. He has potential to get better in right field. He's got pretty reasonable range, doesn't make errors, has a decent arm. Doesn't strike out, makes good contact, he's the fastest dude on the team. He's lightning quick. And in AAA, he's hitting well. Hitting 282 with a 357 on base percentage. Got a few homers. He gets on base and he steals bases. Who do we make any big name signings? That'll be free agency potentially. We might get like a big name in free agency after this. He's always got snackies in his locker. But yeah, I liked Lorenzo. He's 26 years old. Hasn't played in the MLB. We're going to put him through his paces. In center field, we've got elite defense in Christian Pache. Pache? We paid 1.3 mil for him, so he's like twice as much as the other picks. But his center field skill is 70. His range is 70. He doesn't make errors, and he's got an incredible arm, incredible work ethic. He's not hitting so good. See, short and saucy. Pache. Dude, I said Pache the first time, and chat said no on the chat was watching a broadcast where he was playing in a physical game and said that everyone was saying Pache. Okay, no more pronunciations, corrections in chat. Okay? Nobody knows what the hell anybody says their name, all right? I'm just gonna stop saying any part of their name that is mildly difficult to pronounce. Just call him Christian, yeah. Because I started saying Pache. That's what I was saying the first time, which I was like, no, don't do that. And you just keep correcting back and forth, and it gets so tiresome. All right. Anyway, we picked him for his extremely good defense. So we don't really care if he comes into the MLB. A true GM doesn't even refer to his players by name. That's right, number 19. So we picked number 19 because of his high work ethic, and he's going to cover. We have a really deep center field, so we need lots of coverage there. He's fast. He can get the job done. And I believe that he's going to get better in the MLB. He just needs more time to cook, because in AAA, he's dominating. He just needs some time to cook. And then in left field, I'm starting Cameron Meisner, who plays left very well. Great range in left as well. And better still, in AAA, he's hitting 33 home runs last year with 5 WAR. So he won 5 games for his team single-handedly. Seems like a great budget pick. He also bats lefty and is a pull hitter. We have a short right field, so if we get lefty pull hitters, we probably get more homers. Is that all the Twitter handles are real? Yeah, these are real people. I just generated images for all of them because I didn't want to see like real photography for some people and generated character for another people. I want them just to have the same suspension of disbelief, but they're pretty much all real. Okay, so that's our outfield, our infield catchers. We have a DH. I chose Derek Hall as our primary DH because he does not have any fielding potential at all. Dude is terrible at fielding. Perfect for a designated hitter. He does not have to play defense at all. He just comes up to hit. He just comes up to swing the bat. And when he swings the bat in AAA, he's hitting 33 home runs, 401 on base percentage. So he's on base 40% of the time. His OPS is over 1, 2.8 WAR. Looks pretty solid. He got some MLB play time and he did well last year. 29 years old. The face gen is fun. Yeah, it's silly fun. I agree. And then we've got some other people that'll kind of fill in. So that's where the U1 and U2 means utility 1 and utility 2, like your utility players who can kind of fill in under specific circumstances. So you can choose when they fill in. They can be like every 3rd game, every 7th, every 10th, if the other dude is tired. I'm assuming that's if tired means if this guy, if Cameron Meisner's tired, then we